everyone. You're watching Cricket Calling. I'm your host Indraneel. Today we have a double header. Double header means it starts with Chennai versus Rajasthan in Chepauk, and then in the evening we have Delhi Capitals versus Royal Challengers Bengaluru. All want to get in to that top four. I mean, the battle is on. It's actually war out there. It's just next level kind of a war. I mean, Chennai is not yet to get their mojo back and the way it started. And so it's struggling right now a little bit, but hopefully they'll recover and come back to Rajasthan. Rajasthan, of course, need a win to secure their place in the playoff. Chennai is aiming the same. Delhi is also smelling that sweet thing about being in the top four. RCB has been off and on, blowing hot and cold. They have been informed in recent times. So we have action-packed Sunday for sure. We are joined by Mr. Abhay Apte, former president of the Maharashtra Cricket Association. We have Shakya Mitra, marketing expert. Welcome, gentlemen. Apte sir, a lot happening in cricket these days, isn't it? I mean, beyond the action we're seeing off the field, also there's a lot of things happening pertaining to related to policy decision of how cricket should be run in this country. A lot of owners coming out. A lot of, I mean, is it good? Is it good the way things are happening? Like especially that episode where LSG owner versus KL Rahul, that episode has left a very bad taste inside our mouth. And how is it
Yeah.
connected? I don't know. Today's match is different, and we'll talk about it. But your thoughts on this kind of stuff happening in Indian cricket? Is it good, bad, ugly? What? How do you see it?
Yes. First of all, thank you, Indranil, for having me on your show, which is always a pleasure.
Yeah,
Yes, it is true that there is something which is happening during the match on the ground, and also
yeah.
something which is happening after the match on the ground. So I think things are really hitting up, and maybe this is also part of the modern game, where people would like to be successful at any cost, and they may lose their temper, or they may have their own impressions. uh, I have told you, we were talking about something like playing the matches in the afternoon, and I had said that, look, people have taken it as a profession, and then you can't say that, I cannot play at this time, or cannot play at that time. For a very long time, there have been no issues between the franchises and the players, except the fact that two teams were barred few years ago for whatever activities they were involved into, or their management was involved into. After that, it has been a little bit quiet session for next about 10 years. But this year, two issues are really emerging. One is the fact that fans have not liked a franchisee changing their captain, and so every time they go out to play, there is a constant trolling by the parties. And second is something which is happening very recently, where there was some firing given by the owner. We really do not know what they were talking. We really do not know what was the content of it, whether they were talking about some third persons or it was between two them. Unless we have the script, we really don't know. But from the interaction, it looked, and also from the reaction later on, where the owner has said that it was little unfortunate, we feel that there was something which was exchange of heated words between them. Now, Indranil, I would like to take you to some another issue also. Look, we have to consider this as a different model as compared to the tournament cricket, where is two nations are playing, two clubs are playing, two state teams are playing. This is different. When this cricket started, if you remember, at that time there was a lot of hue and cry being made that how a player can be sold, and what is this? Somebody compared this with a slavery, that in the olden times they used to sell the slaves, and is it happening with the cricket? Is it happening with the players, etc.? Now it is in a very dignified way, but to that extent, on a darker side, it is true that on a darker, it is true that the players have been paid a handsome amount by the owners, and they are investing it, and they expect their team to win. Of course, there has to be a very, very dignified way of expressing somebody's views. But then, in this type of cricket, where you have been offered Just look at the way in which the players get auctioned, where on the left hand side you say that XYZ, Mr. Indranil Basu, and on the right side it comes 7 crores and then tack sold. So it is like, sold. So this concept was very weird for the players earlier, for the common people. I remember a very
Yeah,
senior leader from Maharashtra had said that no, this cannot be. So these things are bound to happen, but I think it has been properly addressed and patched up, and we hope that the tournament goes. But when the tournament gets over, we will have 2 or 3 important points to ponder around.
absolutely. We will. Shakya have joined us. Shakya, tonight, of course, we have Delhi. We have a vested interest seeing Delhi doing well in this tournament. This after a long time, they just woken up from the slumber, and we hope to see them getting back to winning ways and, of course, qualifying for the last four, which is the playoff stages. And CSK is little rugged, little tired, as we call it. They are dog tired. Because they're not looking like a side in last few days. They're probably too much over dependence on Shivam Dubey. I don't know what's wrong with them. Even Rajasthan, the way they lost to Delhi, I thought first time their bowlers went for runs and it really cost them dear. I mean, your thoughts about today's afternoon clash, which is going to be hot over there. Win the toss, I think it's better to chase. It's going to be so hot in Chepauk. My God, this kind of weather. This heat wave in Chennai. I thought heat wave was only restricted to North India, but it's traveling far and wide. Your thoughts today's afternoon game?
Chennai has lost a bit of momentum, and they've also their bowling attack is a little bit weakened
Look,
right now.
you have to make yourself visible. You are not visible.
Yeah,
Yeah,
is this
then
better?
it's yeah. This is better. Yeah, go ahead. Uh, it's a very beautiful face. You can't just. You should do it before the show would start, because
No, no,
it is.
there was a connection loss here.
All
I
right,
think
no
I'm going
problem.
to Apte, sir.
No, no, no. Do it. Yeah, you
come
go.
back to you later.
No, no, it's all right. Go ahead. This is all right.
Yeah, Indranil, let me. Today's match is going to be very important, and Chennai have to keep themselves alive. They can get to a maximum of 16. They've lost 3 very crucial bowlers. They've lost Pathirana, Mustafizur, and Cheher, and they lost their last match as well. So. Um, yeah, I mean that race for that fourth spot is getting quite hot right now, and Chennai may not won't want to mess up today's result. And but at home they're always a stronger side. Though they've lost 2 matches at home this year, and Rajasthan would want to seal their final berth. So their last 4 berths. So yeah, it's a crucial game, and let's see. I mean, let's see how Chennai goes.
All right. But after sir, when we talk about Rajasthan, we talk about. I remember when IPL began, it was a different story. We had to call the brother-in-laws, the cousins to contribute, board officials, and that's how it started. IPL. No one actually believed in that property. I remember Rajasthan Royals winning in 2008, and again 22 they played the final. They were in tremendous form. You have closely seen during your tenure as Maharashtra Cricket Association president how Chennai came and made their home in Pune. And Pune is a very hot spot for cricket in a way that people love. People buy tickets. They're quite passionate about the game. So, I mean, tell me, I mean, what Chennai means to this IPL setup. I mean, the fact that we are seeing a star going out eventually of their side, it's MS Dhoni. How do you see Chennai being placed in the minds, in the hearts of the fans eventually? Because I remember in Pune when the IPL matches were on, people actually boarded trains. There was a special train being arranged for the fans from Chennai to go all the way to Pune to watch those matches. So they have special sort of connect with the fans, and CSK has done it so well. And we talk about the owners and what we're seeing with Rajasthan. I beg your pardon, with LSG or Mumbai. We never saw it with a team like Rajasthan or Chennai in the past, which is amazing.
True, true, true.
This is
Yeah,
how it
true
should
in a
be.
way. Yes. We all of us will agree that this is one team which has got a very different footing, very, very sound, matured way of dealing with the, conditions, and the way in which they have got their boss, the main player, all throughout this tournament, and
Hmm.
also the way in which they have managed all these years. They are completely a different lot, I must say. You'll not find this type of controversies happening much, or at least they won't surface, except the fact that the team was, barred for 2 years for whatever transactions had happened. But otherwise, they are very, very, the brand is very big. The people are really crazy. They follow their team like anything. And one person, as you know, their captain, Mr. Dhoni, wherever he goes, you can see for a match of Mumbai Indians or for a match of KKR, people will say we support Mumbai, but we are also fans of Dhoni. So this is an exceptional brand that has been created by this person, and that is why I still remember when I went there for the finals at Hyderabad between Pune and Mumbai when this Mr. Goenka was the owner of the team. And at that time, I was so surprised to see everyone supporting Pune. And I asked one of my friends there that, oh, I never thought that Hyderabad will have so much of support for Pune. Everyone
Uh,
supporting Pune. He said, boss, it is Dhoni who is playing in your team. So that is sort of a brand that has been created that by person. And he has also shown exceptional conduct on the ground. Remember one thing, something that the next generation should learn: the way in which he has carried himself all the times, the way in which he has expressed himself is never too much into, aggression or teaching people or going behind them. So that sort of a brand has been created. So wherever they may go, people will still feel sorry if they don't win.
Amazing, amazing story. I mean, when you think about it, also perceive that Dhoni is not going to be playing eventually. You can't actually. He's contributed so much to what IPL is today, and IPL. Someone said is because of Dhoni. Dhoni's been such a great brand ambassador of the game, and uh, I remember 2016 when we lost the World Cup with someone, a reporter. Shaki, remember a reporter was asked Dhoni
Yeah.
when he will retire. He said, "As long as I'm running well and and you have any cousin or your son who can beat me, I'll very willingly leave my post." And then he gave it to Rishabh Pant. The Rishabh is playing, of course, he's done very well as a captain. I think without Rishabh, Delhi team is zero.
Yes.
Rishabh has really carried his team so well. Even that's the hallmark of a good captain. Even though you don't score, there are days you don't score. But Rishabh has been doing bulk of scoring for DC. But when you don't score, then you sort of motivate the others to do the job for the team. And Rishabh has been, I can see him clearly with my far-sighted whatever vision I have as far as cricket goes. I can see Rishabh leading India one day the way he's done this. I mean, with such a mediocre side uh, and with so much of, I call it mediocre, is whatever I've seen, with so many stars in the dressing room, like Saurav Ganguly, Ricky Ponting, you name it. And last year it was even bigger. The entourage was even bigger. Uh, Managing the resources on the field on his own and putting that stamp of Rishabh Pant in this team where there are so many stalwarts trying to sort of rule the roost. I think Rishabh has done a phenomenal job. Your thoughts?
Yeah, yeah. Rishabh Pant has done a fantastic job for Delhi. Like it wasn't a very good side when it was picked in the 2022 auction, but they've this year they didn't start the tournament particularly well. But they've the way they've rebuilt themselves from a slow start. In no small matter due to the way Jake Fraser McGurk has come up, and also the form of Tristan Stubbs, and also the way the bowling has also done really well. So I think Delhi on the whole has made a terrific comeback from a very slow start in this tournament. And but today Rishabh Pant is not playing. They'll be led by Axar Patel. But fortunately, they have good backups in the wicket-keeping department. I think Abhishek Porel will keep wickets today, and their middle order also with Tristan Stubbs is doing quite well. So today's match is a close match. I mean Delhi versus RCB, two sides that have never won the IPL, two sides that tend to not play big matches particularly well at the back end of the league phase. So it's a it's a very interesting match. But RCB at home, you would still say that RCB has a slight edge playing at home today, but Delhi is carrying a lot of rhythm. I mean, the way Jake Fraser McGurk has been playing. I mean, if he gets going, if he hangs in there for 6 7 overs, I think he can finish a match off. So I mean, even without Rishabh Pant, Delhi will be a handful today, and it's very close. It's getting very tight, the race for the playoffs.
Well, it is, and RCB also is in red hot form in last few matches they have won, and nothing beats like winning. Up this, when you win, everything is so happy, and then surrounding the owners, they're jumping up on the seat, up and down on the seat. It's amazing the atmosphere. But then we see some people don't. I mean, you have to be a good sport. What I'm trying to say, if you are put your money on cricket, you have to be a good sport. You have to take a loss. I mean, if you lose a game, you have to take it on your stride. Win some, lose some. That's what they say. If you're not a good loser, you're a bad sport. What do you say?
So that is true. These are all established fundamentals of sports.
Yes.
That one has to be a good sport, and losing is part of the game. And then, uh, with so many losses, only they are the steps, and that is how you are going to be success at success. But at times, at that moment, it is very difficult to remember this entire theory. And people are different, their reactions are different, their temperaments are different, their background is different, and their experience is also different. That is why it is very essential that everybody grooms over a period of time, including owners. But now the competition has become so fierce, and the money involved has also become so high, that the competition is likely to be very tough. And ultimately, not getting excited or not getting angry is not in your interest, it is in the interest of your team, because then next time the team would play better. So as you see, we have now come down around 15 years or more. So now you are going to get very different qualities of IPL henceforth, which you had not seen in the past. You know, and some important factors would be fans. Don't underestimate them. Whatever money we have in the cricket is thanks to the fans. If the fans are not watching the match, nobody is going to pay as the sponsors. So ultimately, the highest stakeholders are fans, and you will have to be very, very correct and very, very compassionate and very, very understanding to give an idea to them that look, this is the change that we are going to do. Otherwise, they are the basics. Similarly, in a cricket where you get so much of money, a cricket where you have accepted the concept that there will be a owner of a franchisee or the combined owners of the franchisee, there is bound to be some relationship of a person who is paying money and the person who is executing. So I don't
Yeah.
say that it should be indecent, I don't say that it should be vocal, but yes, there will be some liability, there will be some, like when you play for the nation, you are liable to deliver for the nation. Similarly, all these qualities are slowly going to come up, and I think we are witnessing it.
All right. I mean, yesterday, this is what cricket is. It just gives you so much, treats you with so much of surprises. Uh, Yesterday, Mumbai again lost. I mean, on paper, just imagine, sir, when they started off, they were one of the sides to watch out for. I mean, look at the way the Mumbai lost yesterday to KKR. This is something, I mean, unthinkable. I mean, restricting a team to a score as low as in a T20 high scoring season, 157, and they fell short by 18 runs. I mean, where is it going? I mean, we're joined by Shakya. Shakya, you seem to be playing the disappearing act quite well.
No, no,
Tell me
there's
something.
yeah, yeah. Please, please.
No, no. Mumbai. What a surprise! treating us with a lot of surprises, Mumbai, this season. I mean, you can't even chase 157. I was thinking Mumbai could be one of the top teams in this competition, changing their captain, trying to change their fortune. So you can't force it. Like if you go leave your house, seeing you're playing a cricket match, you say, I'm going to score 100 and come back. It can't happen like that. It never happens like that. You can't force a result. You can force, isn't it? I mean, there's a saying, right? You can take a horse to the water, but can't make him drink. So you can't force a result on something. And this is one area where I'm little shocked to see the Mumbai has played this year. I mean, well, the Ambanis are not, of course, going to be behaving like the Goenkas, but I'm sure. I mean, the way Rohit Sharma is playing, I mean, hard to imagine that he's a captain. You have been a Rohit Sharma fan for so many years, Shakya. In fact,
Yes.
gentlemen, I have to tell you, when Shakya was with the sports ministry, before the recommendation came for Rohit Sharma to get the Rajiv Gandhi Khel Ratna Award in 2000 after his superlative shows in the 2019 T20 World, not 50 over World Cup in 2019 in England. I remember Shakya told me that he should get, and before anyone could sort of wake up to the fact that Rohit is getting, he's been a big Rohit Sharma fan. So, Mr. Rohit Sharma fan, what do you have to say about Rohit Sharma today?
Nothing much to say. I think I feel that everyone, people should go. People should play themselves out with dignity, and I really hope Rohit Sharma could have a 450, 500 run season this year, which he's not going to have. And I guess the writing is on the wall for him when it comes to his Mumbai Indians career now. I think that the last match against LSG will probably be his last match in a Mumbai Indians shirt. And Mumbai Indians has a lot of soul searching to do. I think they'll be looking at, well, if Jasprit Bumrah wants to carry on playing, great. But I think Tilak Verma is someone they should definitely hold on to at any cost. But Rohit has had a glorious career, and you talked about the Khel Ratna Award. I also worked in an IPL team before, and I had recommended the selection of Rohit Sharma in the 2011 auction. But Mumbai Indians went on to get him, and I really wonder why other teams didn't bid longer, because Mumbai Indians didn't have much cash and other teams had more money. So that was the best signing. I mean, if you look at Gautam Gambhir and Yuvraj Singh and Yusuf Pathan and Robin Uthappa, Rohit Sharma ended up being the most valuable signing that year. So, but yes, I think he's going through the motions, and there is no excuse. I think some people will say he's disinterested in playing, and some people will say that will give thousands of excuses. I think your numbers over the last 3 to 4 years are there to be seen. So I don't think you can hide behind morale and all that stuff. He's not performed. But let's only hope that when he puts on an India shirt, he goes on to play better, and that's the only thing that we can hope for. And Rohit Sharma is a great cricketer. I mean, let's not write it off. Unfortunately, everybody has this thing of saying that people have written off Sachin Tendulkar, people have written off MS Dhoni, people have written off Rahul Dravid. The fact of the matter is that everybody's been written off, but everybody's bounced back. And let's not forget that a few months ago, Rohit led India to a 4-1 win in the Test series against England with a weekend side. Test cricket is not the same as T20s, but still, he was the captain when that happened. So
True.
let's hope for. As for your comments about what happened, I mean, I want to add my little bit on the Lucknow LSG controversy. I think, look, the only problem with what happened was that it happened on the field of play and in front of cameras. Sanjeev Goenka is a very passionate owner. If you look at his record in football and in the IPL, it's been very good. He has been reaching the semi-finals and beyond in almost most of the sports where he has been associated with. So obviously there is a whole history of results that are there, but I don't think whatever happened should have happened on the field of play. And if KL Rahul's batting approach was not up to the mark, if the bowlers didn't bowl well and a target got chased down in 9.4 overs, of course the owner will have his concerns about it. But he shouldn't have gone onto the field of play and remonstrated the way he did with his hands. That was wrong. Otherwise, owners do. I feel owners will want answers if teams don't play well. But there is a place for it to happen.
All right. After sir, uh, when we talk about franchisee captaincy, and then you see someone who can't captain a franchisee is captaining the Indian team, and he's not in form, Rohit Sharma. So how do you see that chapter, Rohit Sharma, right now in Indian trade?
See, Indranil, all of us will agree that he's one of the best cricketers that we have today in India.
All
And
right. Yes.
before commenting on that, let me tell you that I myself I am not a first class cricketer or a test cricketer to comment upon somebody. So my views will be that of a fan and not of an expert. So I would like to clarify
All right.
this, being a good
Uh,
lawyer. So secondly, I don't think we have been having programs and we have been talking about X, Y, Z. All of them now old and they should retire. If you remember, we also had a program 3 years ago on Dhoni. Then will this be his last season? Will he play again? Then this was being said about Virat Kohli also. So I think the selectors, in their own wisdom, have shown faith in him, and he has been a person who gives everything for the nation. So let's believe that at the right time he will click, he will come back for the nation. And every time, every Indian hopes, and we all will hope that this time it will click. And for a very long time, we have not lifted an ICC trophy. This time we will do, because with two, three matches not being so well, we start commenting. But anyway, we have got a formidable combination. We have already selected it. So best is to support them.
Best is support them and make few cosmetic changes if required, because we have still got little time. If you want to make some changes, think twice, thrice before actually sending the team. I know all the visas are done and they're all pumped up, but it should reflect in some form. I think Shiraj is the only bowler. Shakya was sort of shown that he's excited, kicked about the fact that he's been picked, and he showed form. Otherwise, whosoever has been picked has gone for runs or not good, and not got enough runs with the bat. So runs. You save bowlers have to save runs. Batsmen will have to keep scoring. That's the main deal about T20 cricket. Runs. No one is thinking about
Indrani,
the bowlers.
I'll add one thing here is if you look at our schedule in the T20 World Cup, some of the IPL, let's also say the IPL may or may not be good preparation for the T20 World Cup, but some of the bowling attacks, some of the batting lineups in the IPL are actually stronger than some of the what we will face from some teams in the T20 World Cup. So maybe except for Australia and England, I would say Australia and England. I don't think the. I think a lot of the other teams they would be on par with the top IPL teams.
Hmm,
So
hmm.
like maybe let's see. I think once we get to West Indies, once we see the way things progress there, that we'll get to know how things are going. Virat Kohli is in good form. Jasprit Bumrah is in good form. Kuldeep Yadav, but a lot of players aren't in good form as well. And but sometimes when you put on the India shirt, everyone people become different players there. So let's hope that's what happens. And but a lot of teams are looking quite strong so far. And but yes, we all hope that when it comes to the country, the performance changes.
True, absolutely. But before we round up the show, people are playing fantasy cricket. Let's look at the teams. First match, CSK versus RR. Uh, excuse me. We have Devin Conway. He hasn't played much this year, but we hope that Rane would be sort of given a rest, because he's not been scoring for Chennai at all. MS Dhoni should come off the order. Josh Butler, Siddharth Padikkal, Simran Hetmeyer, Moeen Ali, Ravindra Jadeja, Ravichandran Ashwin, Tushar Deshpande. We have got a typo there. We'll put a Riyan Parat there and Yujvendra Chahal. This is our top 11 picks. Uh, so there is a typo there. So, and then we have the second match, which is Delhi versus RCB. It's an evening game, and a lot of people will be sitting at home enjoying this game. Rajat Patidar, Fab Duplessis, Will Jacks, Abhishek Purell, Jake Fraser, Rishabh Pant, Virat Kohli, Shai Hope, Kuldeep Yadav, Mukesh Kumar, and Mohammad Siraj. This is what the top 11 picks today. We've done it a little differently. So let's see how it goes in the evening today. And two double headers, important games. We tend to lose a lot of importance as we draw closer because you know who's going to be in top four and all that. But this time, like always, there is some element of doubt which is there. One and two we know, three also we know. I mean, they all have to confirm their seats, but the competition is quite intense. It's not that boring as it appears because the pitches. Sir, before we shut the, shut the shop. That's what say. If we round up the show, I mean, there has to be a balance between bat and ball. When it doesn't happen, it becomes very boring. Batsmen coming and hitting 200 every time. Yesterday was a refreshing change. The bowlers coming to the party every time. Maximum man of the matches are won by batters. Your thoughts on that before we round the show?
Uh, I shall start, Indranil.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. See, this is true that it has been so much of batter-centric game now, and as a spectator, what I can see is even the difference about the way in which the wickets are being taken or being planned, like
Ah, ah,
continuously moving outside the off stump or trying to take catches on the line. So this is
yeah.
again showing that it is all about batsmanship, and slowly it is reducing the role of the bowler, which is not good, because then that will mean that it is only entertainment, and even people will get tired with that entertainment. So this is one aspect in which somebody will have to introspect and see what suggestions or what amendments can be made into the present format.
All right, we'll wait and watch what happens tonight. And bowlers really need to come to the party, at least for the next generation who will be playing cricket. They should not feel that I won't be a bowler. I want to be a batter. There should be some motivation for the bowlers. Probably bring in some more rules like two bouncers. Probably it'll happen with and this kind of flat wickets. I don't think we have much chance as far as bowlers are concerned. On that note, Apti sir, thanks a lot. Shakir also coming and sharing our views on double header today. We hope you
Yeah.
enjoy and keep
Thank you.
smiling and watching the matches. Have good fun. Thanks for watching and of course, subscribe to our channel, TOI, and keep keep watching cricket calling. That's important every day at 12:30. See you there. Thanks for watching.